Hey there, Kael. So first things first, I'm going to go through your task 1. As I already mentioned in the email, yes, these tasks do appear on the IELTS exam every now and again. There are a range of task 1s. They're not always graphs. Sometimes they are technical drawings. Sometimes they are flowcharts, pie charts, bar charts, line graphs, loads of things. It's just taking data from stuff in a variety of ways. So this diagram, or the diagram, shows the structure of a two-story means story means floors. Storage does not mean floors. Excuse me. Overall, the house has about 2,500 square feet of floor space in total. In total and overall in this sentence kind of mean the same thing. Be wary of repetition. The main floor is approximately twice as large as the lower level, at just below 1,800 square feet. Although the sizes are significantly different, both areas are designed to enable. I'm not sure how we got this from the graph. Remember, we're just describing exactly what's in the diagram, not adding anything else. So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm not quite sure how it adds to the essay. Looking more closely, the main area can be divided into two large sections. I would use, bedrooms and communal spaces, I would say. Although the distinction there is kind of weak, because some bedrooms are shared, etc. We can't really draw that line. Almost identical. There are 3 bedrooms which are almost identical, except for one ensuite room in the slightly wider bedroom. Each bedroom has its own closet, and there is one bathroom next to the larger room. The public area is connected via a short hallway beside the bedroom. This area includes a lounge, dining room, kitchen, garage, and other small partitions for house utilities such as storage. I would say household utilities. On the other hand, the lower level is planned noticeably simpler. We could use a comma here and say containing one of each bedroom, laundry, and activity room. Also, the whole level is surrounded by a terrace with entrances in the activity room and the laundry. Cool. I would have liked to have used words like adjacent to, opposite, facing, north, let's say northwest wall. These are all sorts of the terminology we're looking for to describe where things are located. What else could we have? Some more standard words such as featuring or comprising. But let's move on to your next one. So my first point with this is we don't need these commas. This is one sentence and it's fine. The number of people who take domestic or international trips has increased recently. There are both advantages and disadvantages, I would say, to travelling. So, That's okay, but I think we should include a little bit more information in our introduction regarding the reasons that we will use later. So in your introduction should contain a discussion of the question, your opinion, as well as a brief outline of the ideas that you will use in the body of your essay. So firstly, the main benefit of travelling is that invaluable experiences are gained on a trip. People usually visit historic venues, especially when their trip is to a foreign country. We all know that there is a significant difference between experiencing in person and just learning in the class or through a television program. Yes, but what is that difference? This is something similar to using the word obviously. If we say that something is obvious or clear, then we may not as well be writing about it. Similarly, if you just say, oh, we all know that this difference exists, and don't tell us what it is, you're assuming that everybody shares your opinion. So we need you to tell us what the difference is and give us a supporting example. This is a perfect place to use support, evidence. Here as well, I would just use additionally. Travelling encourages growth in local economies, especially for businesses in the hospitality industry. In a tourist city, the number of visitors to the city, let's not use this again, the number of visitors is crucial for the local businesses because they rely on outsiders who tend to spend more money than locals. Good. Okay, now we're okay. So you've got advantages, local economy, as well as gaining experience, although this one needed a bit more expansion. On the other hand, one of the crucial drawbacks of... Actually, one sec. Okay, so this is what you were asking me about before. So here we could say, we could remove this. There is a significant difference between learning in the class or through a television program. And participating firsthand. So instead of experiencing, participating firsthand. We would actually normally say experiencing firsthand, but seeing as you've already used experience here. But once again, you still need to tell us what that difference is. Okay. Personally, I think one of the biggest drawbacks of increasing travel is increasing pollution. But it's not up to me to criticise your ideas. On the other hand, one of the crucial drawbacks of... Shall we say additional trips? Because we're talking about the increase. One of the crucial drawbacks of additional trips is increasing numbers of accidents. Travelling plans for individuals are highly concentrated around holiday seasons, such as public and school holidays. Good. Because of this, it is normal to see heavy traffic. No need for the plural. I don't think that's necessary. It is normal to see heavy traffic and car accidents on the highway, as well as safety accidents in these periods. What does this mean? I'm not quite sure. So here, we should join this together so that it doesn't look too short. Another disadvantage is that a domestic economy can be negatively influenced. Even though this problem is limited to when people travel outside their country, But what is that? What is the negative influence on the domestic economy? Do you mean that people are spending their money outside the country instead of at home? So countries with low levels of tourism export people and money. We need to explain our points further. This is the problem with this kind of structure, where we include multiple ideas per paragraph, is we tend not to expand each idea fully enough. So we need to drill down into this idea and actually explain to the reader what it is that's occurring. So what is the negative influence on the domestic economy? How is it caused? Can you give us an example? Which countries face this? Here we could say travelling abroad, because travelling abroad leads to reduced numbers of customers so we need to talk about the fact that it's this happens in low tourism areas, that they end up exporting their people instead of importing new tourists. But this is why I would usually stick to one idea per paragraph. This allows you to introduce the idea, to expand it fully, to explain it, to support it with an example, and then to explain how it relates back to the question. But to sum up, the main advantages are worthwhile experiences that can be earned by travellers and economical benefits to local businesses. However, it should be remembered that there are also disadvantages, such as related accidents during holiday seasons and negative effects on domestic economies when overseas trips are more popular than local trips. Yes, but this point needed explaining more in the paragraph itself. So you have no trouble writing long sentences and coming up with all manner of ideas. But what we need to do is take time to explain those ideas more fully so that people can really follow your logic deeply. Cool, I'll send this over to you now. All the best, pal, and I'll speak to you again soon.